So, guess who's back? I had a very long day at work today. I decided to put on some lip gloss and lightly powder my face and then come back. I wanted to make sure that I was staying true to the commitment to show up every day for myself for the next 30 days, like I stated in the Finding My Voice video, the day one intro, essentially. So, coming into this challenge, I was wondering if I'd have these magical tidbits or stories that I'd come on here and share, but I don't. I have nothing of that sort to share. Nothing of that sort to share today. I'm just coming on here in the most basic way to say that this is an exercise of knowing that when I tell myself I'm going to do something, not only am I going to do it and show up for myself, I'm going to be consistent when I'm maybe not afraid. So for today's video, I actually wanted to come and talk about fear and why fear holds us back a lot. And even right before I filmed, I was in my head so much, partially because I was like, okay, the first video is up. It felt too vulnerable for me. It felt like I had exposed myself, oh my god, you're telling everybody that you've lost your voice, you've lost a little bit of your sense of self, that you can't show up for yourself and stuff like that. That's embarrassing. That's quite embarrassing. So I was like, don't want to keep doing this. This is going to be super awkward when I look back at it and stuff like that. But at the same time too, I was like, well, if push comes to shove, I'll just delete all the videos from YouTube. Almost as though it never existed. I could just do that. And I think that was what I used to comfort myself when I was freaking out about this entire thing. So again, back to the topic of fear. I think the reason why that fear of showing up and letting other people see areas that we struggle with, it's mainly because human beings, we're very weird. Sometimes somebody can be struggling with something that you're struggling with too, but when you admit it, for some reason they think it's okay to tease you for it or to troll you for it or to laugh at you about it, but they're dealing with the exact same thing. And it's like, instead of us doing that, shouldn't there rather be a call to action for us to say, oh, we are all dealing with this, so why don't we come together to find a solution together, instead of coming at each other? I don't know why we do that. It's so strange. And I was trying to think back, have there been times that I have done that? And I realized, okay, maybe I do not particularly laugh at the person, but I'll be honest, I didn't judge people when they come in, right? And so, oh my god, I have the struggle of, I'm like, don't you have a diary? Bring back diaries. Look at me now. And I was like, don't you have friends to talk to about this and stuff like that? But hindsight, this is 2020, being in that person's shoes now and feeling that feeling now. Yes, I do have friends. Yes, I have a diary that I could complain to and then try and find my voice to. Technically, these videos were never supposed to see the light of day, if I'm being for real. But the thing is, I feel like by doing this is going to, number one, force me to show up every day. Number two, there's also the element of external eyes watching me, because I noticed that it's easier to be brave when you are in your corner and you are around people you're familiar with, and it's like business as usual, right? But when you are quote unquote exposed to the wide web, the great expanse, there's a lot to learn, right? There's a whole lot more to learn. For instance, when I first started YouTube, I remember that one of the feedback that I kept getting was how fast I talk. Back then, a bit of tidbit, a bit of fun fact. Back then, the video editor I was using, the editing app I made, not the person. The video editing app I was using could only allow, I think, 5 minutes. So if I wanted to get any video out, it meant I had to essentially either speak as fast as I could or speed up the speed of the video so that it could fit in the 5 minutes that I was going to post. And now we can upload whatever length of video that we want onto the internet. But I realized that doing that, it made me want to talk fast so that I could fit the video. I do know that generally I tend to talk quite fast. That's something that I'm working on. Again, another reason why this would be great, because it would teach me to slow down, enunciate my words properly, to take my time when I'm talking, so that the person, whoever is watching, can follow along. I know some people watch videos quite quickly. For instance, every video I watch on YouTube is on 1.5 speed at the minimum. Some videos I watch on 2x speed, and even that is not fast enough. So I know that even though that's how I perceive or how I consume media, that's not necessarily how others do. So I have to be cognizant of that, you know, teaching me how to be a bit empathetic to how other people are approaching things, and to show up in a way that will be beneficial to other people besides myself. Um, Today's major challenge, not if, this video has to go up. Today's major challenge is getting over that worry of, oh, I did this thing and I'm afraid of how I'm going to be perceived, and I'm still going to do it anyway. And I think I need to build that part of myself a bit more, where if I'm doing something, even if it's received poorly, or if I don't get as much success from it as I thought I would, I will still show up and I'll still keep at it. It's easier for me to do that like in my career or at work, because I have KPIs that I'm answerable to and stuff like that. But when it comes to my personal successes, sometimes I know that when I'm trying something and then I'm not getting the result that I want with immediate effect, I would rather just be like, I'm out. So this is good practice, right? This is good practice. And I don't know if you watched the first video. If you happen to watch the first video, you see this one. Hi, thank you for coming back to watch the video. Hopefully by tomorrow, or by today's Monday. Hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know what day would come for me to start having like structured topics to talk about in these videos. But the most important part is showing up, and I think for the first couple of days it's about showing up. So that's what I'm doing. I'm so afraid. I don't know why, but I'm so afraid, and I don't know why I'm afraid though. Like, what do I have to be afraid of? Okay, I'm done. Okay, bye.